Alright guys, we just did the He-Wing Plinkster, and now we're gonna get a flight in with the Zohd Dart 250G 650 or 6S. We didn't really change anything on here. We just want to get a line of sight flight with the max lens mod. Check the CG, better safe than sorry. Ooh, we are nose heavy. Have we been flying this thing nose heavy? Scoot that back just a smidge and see where we're at. Yeah, we're definitely nose heavy on this thing, but you don't really have the option of scooting this thing back. So I guess we'll have the battery scoot back as far as we can on here. And that's pretty much all we can do. But I'll have to keep a mental note of that. There we are. Yeah, the battery has to be back all the way as far as it can on this, which is about where the magnets are. Your battery should be lined up right where the magnets are on a 6S 1000. She launches with ease. Yeah, there's no comparison between the He-Wing and this one. This one's a lot more stable. Well, it's acting a little twitchy today, but I think just over that tree line we have the winds picking up. So I will say, for the He-Wing, it was easier to fly low. I don't know if it's because the twin motors or what, and you could fly at a slower speed because it had the twins on there. So yeah, this is kind of a lot of wind today for the Zohd. Let's try to get a low pass in here. There we are. I think we just need to keep our speed up. You know what? I think because I was so used to flying it nose heavy, I've been flying it nose heavy the last few flights. There we are. And I think we're going to go ahead and get our vertical. There's our vertical easily. And that sun hits right off of it, so it's easy to monitor. Oh, where is it? There it is. Okay, I spoke too soon. I was going to say it's easy to monitor in the sky, but as soon as it goes flat, you lose it. So zero throttle right here, just cruising it, like flying it like a kite pretty much. So yeah, no issues at all with this one. It's actually like surfing on the wind, so it's like a slope soaring kind of. Get back on the throttle slightly, that wind is trying to stall it, and then come back in. Zero throttle, back on the throttle. Let's come with the wind this time. Ooh, that wind is Yeah, it's a little sketch flying this, man. at least line of sight. This is a sketchy model to fly line of sight. Here we are coming in for a landing with ease. So the heel wing, because of its weight, it wasn't all fluttery like this one. So the heel wing pretty much stayed level because of how heavy it is. Ooh, of course we hit the mud spot. Is that why our landing was so smooth? We literally hit the only mud that was in the grass, because this thing's so light it should have slid across the top of the grass. But we did add a super glue base. Basically I just took the super glue gun and just kind of circled it around, so it is hardened if you have to make an emergency landing on pavement. It's not going to tear your foam up too much. You know what, let's scoot the battery back forward and get one more flight, because now I'm curious. I've been flying it nose heavy this whole time, so now I'm curious as to how it's going to behave nose heavy, even though we've just been flying it nose heavy. So anyways, back at it. We're gonna get it back in the air and see if the stability changes by moving the CG nose heavy instead of having it neutral. Okay, so it is more stable nose heavy. I mean, it's still twitching, but it's definitely more stable having it nose heavy. Zero throttle. Yeah. Definitely has more stability. So you want to fly the Zohd Dart 250 maybe a millimeter or two in front of the CG marks, and that seems to stable it out. When I flew it directly on the CG marks, it seemed like it was really twitchy. I mean, you can see now I'm able to handle it a lot better with it being nose heavy, and I can fly it at about 20% throttle. Uh-oh, there we go. Whew, we almost stalled it out. So okay, right as I was saying you can fly it at 20% throttle, you do have to give it more throttle than what the wind is blowing. So let's see, let's get a high speed in. Yeah, as long as I keep a slight angle on the wing, I can see it. Here we are. There we are, zero throttle. Yeah, slightly nose heavy is much better. And I'm loving this 50-45 bull nose prop. That seems to be the sweet spot. It's not going to get you your most top speed, but it seems to be the sweet spot of you can have fun with this and you're not going to suck the battery dry in 5 minutes. I mean, if you want full speed, yeah, you're not going to get more than a 5-10 minute flight. But if you want it to be fun, doing laps and having a good time, especially in the goggles, this 50-45 should at least get you 30 minutes of cruising. See, as I came over the tree line, it got a little wobbly. Let's come back down low. Here we are. Low, here we are. Yeah, not bad. Easy to lift out. And so this one is a lot easier to fly low, as long as you're coming into the wind, I'm noticing. Going away from the wind, flying low, not so much, but going into the wind, and then launch it. And I think we're going to go ahead and come for a landing on this one, so we're going to slow down, come around these lights here, angle it, here we are, and kind of cruise it at this level. Throttle back on, throttle off, into the wind. Boom. Sat it down nicely, guys. And now I'm going to take this off to make sure we recorded all of this. Cool.